Okay. Star Wars Legends of the Force, Episode 2, Chapter 24, A House Divided. During the knighthood ceremony for Kalani Starfire, in which he tried to remind the Jedi that they should protect people like Elise Erwana, Delphirion and Pakaz Nevad decided to travel to Thela to receive the latest journal translation from the Gambler. However, they arrived to find that the ancient Sith journal chip had been stolen and there was an unknown ship fleeing the planet. In a desperate gambit to prevent its escape, Pakaz teleported the Void Skullet into the path of the ship, sustaining heavy damage but destroying the ship. Unfortunately, the ship captain revealed that Soren Dockerly and Riss and Mofiva had been captured. When they refused to surrender, Soren's arm was cut off by Darth Fikra. With quick thinking and tenuous diplomacy with the spirits of Thela, Del and Pakaz managed to avoid capture, destroy the enemy ship, and avoid the deaths of Soren and Riss. But the ship is now badly damaged, and Lexa Scarlet insists on traveling to Thela to try to save her family from the Sith. Will she be in time?
Or will we be disintegrated by the Force spirits?
Y'all are free to wait in the space station or in space.
Who's who of these people?
Who's who of what people?
Soren and Riss.
That'd be my adopted dad and brother.
Yeah, who's who?
Riz is the brother and Soren is the dad. He got his arm chopped off last session.
And he's already in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. He's doubly disabled now.
He's not dead. I have a cybernetic arm. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Why would be more like you?
Has it crossed your mind we could have done that for his legs, but we haven't? Those are expensive.
Well, I know we can get 500,000 credits, except that you told him that you weren't on the ship, so you don't get 500,000 credits.
Oh, please. He's not actually going to pay us. And even if he does, I'm sure my companions will
He was going to give us all 50 grand as an upfront payment. That's better than nothing.
Yeah, why didn't we accept the upfront payment? We should have accepted that. Not
good question.
Well, the ship is kind of KO'd at the moment, so oh well.
You broke my ship.
It's not just yours. He broke all
It's
our
everybody's ship. We stopped Catastrophe and kind of, yeah.
My droid is still on that ship.
Don't worry, all your droids are fine.
It was, we had like,
I say
Kyrath, you rolled, it was like a 75% survival rate for the droids.
75% survival rate for the droids. Yeah!
One is actually my droid. You better not be
we're aware.
Well, it's not like the ship actually exploded.
So in other words, you broke my ship.
Explode. We're still in it.
I know. That's why I'm curious why any of them got destroyed outright.
I mean, sections of the ship could have gotten crumpled
on
in.
fire and being banged around. I mean, Dirk broke his elbow, so some of the droids sustained damage.
Sustained damage, yes. I can get that.
Have you seen how much health the droids have? They're actually very lean.
Yeah, they're very flimsy.
Yeah, none of them would have had their shields on.
I'm just surprised how much you guys have argued with Jam about the damage. You crashed a ship into a planet. I think you should just be happy.
No, I'm not arguing the damage. I'm okay with it. We're all alive. That's the important thing.
I'm just trying to make it make sense to me. That's all.
Okay, so I said on the forums that basically the ship captain that you guys hired on Dantooine said that it was going to take 10 days, by her estimation, to get to Thela. But we also need to do the part where John, do you want to roleplay what you were going to talk to Elise about? So basically, since you disconnected, we said that at the end of Kalani's knighting ceremony, you stayed behind to talk to Elise, and the other people left. And that's when they heard from Dell that bad things had happened. So you haven't heard about that yet.
I don't know. I don't really know what to say because, I mean.
No, I said again that I send a comm unit to John.
Okay.
So I guess we can roleplay that if you want.
Yeah, let's start there. Okay, so we are on Dantooine now.
Right. John, you there?
Yeah, what is it?
Dylan Picard crashed our ship on New Thanai. Now, my family's in danger, and I have gotten us transportation back to that planet, but it's a one-way trip. Now, you can come with us or stay. I don't know. They said something maybe about coming back, but I wouldn't count on them. So, if you'd like to come with us, there's a ship waiting for us, and I'd tell them what docking bay it's in.
Oh, okay, wait a second. What do you mean it's a one-way trip?
Meaning I don't know if we'll be able to get back. Our ship is destroyed. The ship I've obtained, I don't think is going to be likely to take us anywhere afterwards.
Oh, I see. You mean they're just ferrying us there and dropping us off?
Yes.
Now, who did you say said they're coming back?
Dylan Picard supposedly wanted to find some way back here to get us.
Get us how? I thought you just said they crashed the ship.
I did. Take that with everything else those two say.
So you're headed where again?
Remember that planet? Supposedly, they had those friends where we spoke to that gambler with the.
Oh, the Sith.
Yes. It's where they crashed the ship and the last known location of my family.
So, this is a rescue mission? We're going to go rescue them?
I intend to, yes. I'd rather have this conversation in person. Can you meet us here?
I'm on my way.
Then I end it.
I go.
Okay, the ship is docked in this upper left docking bay. So do you want to go wait from outside the ship, Lexa?
How did my Roll20 window get closed?
Magic.
Now I'm back.
Sorry, choking on water. Yeah. I guess I'll wait for him outside so that he knows it's us.
Okay, so he gets there and sees you.
I don't know if if the two of you are there too.
Okay,
Very
so
Enrico.
guys,
Very
Never mind.
Enrico. Are you guys there? Are you in the ship? I'm trying to get the whole picture of what we're looking at.
Sorry. For that,
I think we were in the ship last I know. We
Yeah, do you
followed
want to
y'all?
come outside with Lexa to talk to John, or stay inside the ship?
Elon is probably standing at the ramp into the ship. That's probably about as far as he went.
All right, then. Well, I'm down below the ramp, waiting.
Okay, so catch me up here. Del and Picaz stole our ship and went off and crashed it somewhere, and then your family got captured, and now we're gonna go to where they crashed the ship to capture your family.
Yep, pretty much.
But you said do they know we're coming, Del and Picaz?
I sort of left after getting upset with Del. Barry, Ayland, how did that conversation end?
Not much more went on after you left. I said I was going to take care, see if I could keep after you and whatnot, and I don't think they probably know about us, but when has that stopped them from leaving us?
Okay, so so they don't know that we're coming to them. Why are they going to come pick us up if they know we're on our way to them? That's what I'm confused about.
Honestly, I think they're making promises they can't keep. They're trying to fix their mistake. They've crashed our ship, and now they think that they'll solve the problem, fix the problem, and come and get us, and we'll go right back to what we were doing. I'm tired of waiting on them. They've already left us, already gotten themselves into trouble, dragged me into it. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of being told that we must do this or we must wait. I want to go to this planet. The main fear, the concern I've heard is that if we go to this planet, there are these spirits that will do something to us if we attempt to go there. My intention is to go find these people who apparently are super powerful and demand answers. That's my plan, and that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I get your point about not throwing bad money after bad. Maybe it's time we cut our losses with this. But the spirits thing again. What is the deal with this? There's some kind of are there ghosts living on this planet?
That is about right.
That's it. You're not going to elaborate. It's just going to be a big mystery.
Well, it would be like me trying to tell you about computer security and going into the finer details of how to hack a computer. They're apparently part of the Force and whatnot, and I understand it about as much as you do.
Okay. I'm not asking for a comprehensive explanation on their ontological nature. I want to know what your experience is with these things. That's what I'm asking.
They're powerful, but they are very understanding, at least from what I could tell. But again, I've not had a chance to actually sit down and talk with them over tea and whatnot because they just don't exist in the same realm that I do.
Then what is there to fear?
That's kind of my thinking. Look, we're stuck. Whatever we do, we always seem to run into another wall, whether it be of our own making or not. This one wall seems to be the one that is the most flimsy. I say we go knock on it. If we all die, well, we were probably going to die someplace else. Anyway, it's better than just sitting here and waiting for something to happen. At least this is something, at least for me, that I'm choosing to do. Del says these spirits are powerful. Well, I'm in the mood to dare and see if they are really what they say they are.
Yeah, I'm honestly tired of getting the runaround and getting told half the story by Picaz and Del, but I have an alternative suggestion. The people that kidnapped your family, are they Sith people?
I think so. Del didn't elaborate too much. He just said that the people that shot him down, they were the same people who apparently have my family.
I'm not ready to commit to any direct course of action against them, but we can go do some reconnaissance and investigation.
All I want to do is speak with these spirits. I've never encountered them. They shouldn't have anything against me.
Oh, that's a nice thought, but some beings are just plain malevolent.
True. But I'd rather them do it to my face than to have other people whispering about it.
What are we waiting for?
Well, we were waiting for you, and now nothing. I turn around and head up into the ship.
Well, don't let me hold up the show, and I follow her.
Okay, so do you guys all get into the freighter?
Yes, I follow Lix up the ramp.
Okay. Okay, so over on Thela, the guy who came out to talk to you, Del, offers to go inside the ship and help you get Dirk out.
I'm out. We're we need to get a ship as soon as possible. Do you have anything that we can borrow?
I'm assuming by a ship you mean spaceship, right?
Yes.
Because there's an airship right here.
Yeah, we need a spaceship. We need to get back to the rest of our people.
Well, I'm not sure if we have anything available. The gambler might know.
Then I guess we need to get back there as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that's why he sent us out here to pick you up. If you all want to come with me, the crew of this other airspeeder's been assigned to take a look and inspect the ship and try to see what we can do about carrying it back to our base and repairing it.
That would be excellent. Thanks for your fast response. Is Pakaz out here, or is he still doing maintenance-y things?
No, he's not left the ship. He's running around inside trying to keep it from getting any worse.
Alright, he'll overcomes. Because the Sun Guards here, they're gonna have one of the airships see if they can transport the ship back to their base of operations, and then we're gonna hop on the other one to start communications with the Gambler about getting a different ship back to Dantooine.
Considering I've been, since this thing hit the ground, I've been running around inside here. Do I have an idea of whether or not it can hover at least?
Yeah, you think that you might be able to like hotwire some systems and get the repulsor lifts at least working. But the main thrusters and all the sublight and definitely the hyperdrive is not working.
Oh,
And none of the weapons are functional either, but you think you could maybe engage the repulsor lifts.
Yeah, so you hear me come on over comms and say, I think I can get the repulsor lifts working.
That'll be good.
How long do I think it would take?
They're not too badly damaged, so probably maybe 4 hours.
Yeah, I could do it in 4 hours.
Alright, if you want to work on that, I'll go back to see if we can arrange alternate transport. But one of the cruisers is going to stay behind, and they might be able to help you out.
Okay.
Alright, see you soon.
Just keep in mind, we've been imposing on them a lot.
Yeah, I'm very aware of that.
And then Pakaz
Anyway.
went back to working on things.
I'm trying to. Alright, looks like Pakaz thinks he can get the repulsor lift system going in about 4 hours. He's gonna stay and help your crew out. I'll head back with you with Derek.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Alright, let's go.
I just asked my wife how much room to make in the fridge. She texted me a picture of a bag the size of a microwave.
Okay, so you quickly get flown to the city that they set up. Tyler?
Yeah. All I heard
Okay.
was you landed the
Yeah.
place.
So what do you do?
I thought he was taking me to see the Gambler.
Oh, you want him to just take you there? Okay, fine.
I'm assuming since he escorts me and he knows where the Gambler is, and the
Yeah.
Gambler sent him to get us.
Well, mainly to get you from the ship. But sure. You'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess I can take you to him. So he takes you to a building, and this is obviously a lot less further along in construction than the other colonists who've had months to work on their city. This is definitely a lot more rough. It's a lot more just egalitarian, very sparsely set up, just enough to live in buildings and things. And there's still a lot of cannibalized ships, just like the colonists used originally to build their dwellings. So he takes you inside one of the buildings and down some hallways to where the Gambler's office is. And you see that there's a safe on one wall that's just open. There's just nothing in the safe. And he's busy looking at a data pad at his desk.
Well, thanks for sending the squad support and for helping us get back here so quickly.
You're welcome. Could you explain what happened to that Sith ship?
That was the spirits. We convinced them to let us land. They weren't happy, but they were less happy with the Sith that were landing. So we kind of faked engine failure. We actually turned off the engines, I think. I think that's what Pakaz did. But we basically made them come down to us instead of us going to them. They had Lex's adopted family hostage. Not on that ship. It was some sort of remote broadcast feed. So they're still alive somewhere. We needed to get the ship off of our tail. And the spirits actually agreed with us for once, so I guess we owe them too.
Well, I guess I'm really glad that we got their approval before trying to move to this planet.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were that powerful. But I guess I'm glad they were. And we managed to intercept that ship and destroy it before it was able to get to the cruiser. So it looks like the data is still secure.
Well, that's good. This seems like a lot bigger of a thing that we're all tangled up in here.
I didn't catch that. I think my internet is being jumpy today.
He said, this seems like a lot bigger thing that we're all tangled up in here. So answer me this. Is it putting this whole city and all my people at risk?
User in your channel timed out. User entered your channel.
Yeah, I didn't catch his response to.
Okay, he says, it seems like you're getting us tangled up in something pretty big, but just answer me this. Is it putting me and the city and my people at risk?
I think it might, because it looks like the Sith know that you have the data. But it doesn't. I don't think they can actually. I'm honestly surprised that they managed to have an infiltrator get onto the planet without the spirits finding out.
Yes. I guess that's even further cause for concern.
I know you're.
Although I guess Dakaya managed it.
That's true, but they've had a lot going on since then. Yeah, I'm not sure how wise it is to hang on to the data anymore. I'm not sure how much more use we can get out of it.
So do you think that we should delete it?
Honestly, that's my opinion, but I'm not the only person who the data affects. We'd have to get a long-range communication back out to the rest of the party on Dantooine.
Well, we could do that. We can call up the Jedi Temple again if you want to talk with them.
That would probably be helpful. Also, is there any way we could get a ship? Pakaz can get us places very quickly as long as we have a ship. But
Yeah, I noticed that.
we need to get back so we can coordinate and go back to Ventuine. We found something in the old the abandoned old Jedi Temple on Dantooine. It looks like there's some sort of lightsaber crystal that they used to destroy the Shadow the first time, and it was the last time it was documented was in a battle on Ventuine, so that's where we're headed now. But without a ship, we can't really get there.
Well, it sounds like it's in my people's best interest to get this resolved quickly. If you have Pakaz, you don't need any ship that has a hyperdrive. You just need a ship that's space-worthy, so you could just take one of our small fighter craft.
Yeah, I will return it as soon as we could. How are things, other than that, going around here?
Well, the appearance of the intruder and the theft of my stuff is causing a pretty big hubbub, but we're still trying to work out a lot with the other colonists and work with Lovelace. Things are very busy around here.
Imagine. Yeah, if we could set up that communication so we can discuss this with everyone else, I think that would be helpful.
Okay, he sets up the communication. So everyone who's on Dantooine, on the freighter, you hear over the intercoms, you hear the pilot, Captain Marcus, say, "Hey everyone, you got a communication coming through. If you all want to head to the bridge, please."
I shake my head at them, no. All of them.
Huh?
Aelin just chuckles a little bit.
I'm confused.
Okay, in like 5 more minutes, she's like, hello, is anyone coming to the bridge?
Are we going?
If it is who I think it is, I don't think they have anything more to say. Not anything I'm worth wanting to hear.
I'll go.
I'll go too.
Okay, so yeah, when you get to the bridge, she patches you in.
Hello?
Hello, who's all there?
Me, Kalani, and John are here right at the communication.
What's
Okay.
the matter with your brains?
Oh boy.
What? So I'm assuming someone tried to fill you in.
Did you want to give me your side of the story? Let's start where you stole the ship and crashed it.
Oh, okay, that's how it's being framed. All right, so Earlier this morning-
Kalani is face palming.
earlier this morning, Lexa received a transmission from the gambler saying that he had decoded more of the data chip that we had given him. So, while everyone was at Jedi Knight Starfire's ceremony, we figured we would save us some time by going, picking up the data, and coming back, because, as you know, Picasso can get us places pretty much instantaneously, so we thought that would save us time so we could just head straight to Ventuine after that. When we arrived on the planet, when we arrived in orbit, the gambler informed us that the data chip had been stolen, and we detected an enemy ship that wasn't. We detected a ship leaving orbit, like leaving the planet, that wasn't one of theirs. So we went for an intercept course to try and stop it. We successfully stopped it. We sustained heavy damages. We blew up the ship, but then a Sith cruiser came out of hyperspace and started pursuing us. Then we were going to try and lose it on the planet. We were kind of negotiating with the spirits because they didn't want us to land, but we managed to convince them to let us land. The cruiser heavily damaged the ship, but then left it because they wanted to capture us, not kill us. But they sent a transmission of Lex's family being held hostage. When I initially did not immediately surrender, they cut off Soren's arm. Then they gave us a minute to discuss, which I bargained for just to give us enough time. Picaz shut down the engines to fake engine failure. He turned them back on just before we hit the planet so that we could not die on crash landing. But that convinced them that we could no longer fly up to them, so that we said we were surrendering so that they would fly into orbit, and the spirits completely destroyed the vessel. Lex's family was not on the vessel. There was a streamed footage from somewhere else. So we have no idea where they're being held. But we managed to stop the data chip from falling into Sith hands, which might have allowed them to create another shadow. And Soren and Riss are still alive. Unfortunately, our ship was damaged. But now I'm here with the Sun Guard talking to the gambler, and he's agreed to lend us one of his fighter craft so Picaz can use it to get back to Dantooine, to get people so that we can go to Ventuine and find this lightsaber crystal, which was used to defeat the shadow the first time. So that the next time a shadow shows up, we can actually kill it forever and it'll be gone.
So how do you know Lex's family wasn't on the Sith cruiser that was destroyed?
I could tell. I couldn't sense them in the Force, and then afterwards I went to find them in the Force, and they are in fact still alive. I just cannot locate their exact location. I don't know where they are.
What is a Sun Guard?
The Sun Guard are the Sith who defected, who are on the planet. That's what they call themselves. Sorry. And he's concerned that having the data and that the Sith know that he has a copy of the data on his hard drives, and he was concerned that the data is putting his people at risk. So he was hoping to be able to get it off of his system, but I didn't want him to delete it without talking to everybody else. And
So this now, this is the computer data chip that has the whatever information you so desperately wanted translated.
yes,
Are they done with that?
they haven't finished it, no. But if we find this lightsaber crystal, I don't think we need it. And it might be dangerous if the Sith eventually do get their hands on it again. So on the side of keeping it would be that it might have useful information. On the other side, it looks like the Sith know we have it, and that the Sun Guard have it. And if the Sith are able to get their hands back on it, everything we've been doing might be for nothing.
Don't look at me. I don't know why we didn't destroy it weeks ago.
Yeah. Kalani? What's your opinion on it?
Sorry, I zoned out. What exactly are we?
Apparently
Talking about-
now we're discussing things in committee instead of just making unilateral decisions, and we're voting on whether or not to destroy this Sith computer chip thing.
Okay. Can we please back up a bit? Because I zoned out. What?
The Sith computer chip thing with the data on it that they were trying to decode or translate or whatever. Do you want to destroy it or not destroy it?
I don't know.
In the meantime, Lex is fixated on coming there to try to find her family.
Her family is not here, and I told her that. Can someone? She is not on this planet. She's being held. They're being held hostage somewhere else. They are not here. The spirits. I don't know how on earth we convinced them to let us land in the first place, but we are leaving this planet as soon as possible so that they don't decide to vaporize us next. It's not safe to come here.
Vaporize you?
They destroyed an entire Sith cruiser with a blinding flash of light. I'm not doubting their power.
What are they?
They're beings that probably, I haven't met them, but like from what I've heard described, they used to be living, but they're basically part of the Force now, so they're incredibly powerful, and we can't really do anything to get rid of them. And I don't think we would want to try, because that would go very badly.
So they're malevolent?
The only reason they don't like us being on the planet as opposed to the colonists is that we have the shadow on us, and they do not like it at all. They view us as a threat. And they're just trying to protect their planet. So the colonists that are on the planet are safe. They worked some sort of treaty out with them, but we're not.
Kalani, you take over. I'm gonna go back and talk to the others.
Okay.
So, where are you guys right now?
Lexa has arranged a ship to transport us to Diva. Yeah.
What? That's gonna take over a week, right?
Yeah.
We don't have that kind of time.
I've tried to talk to her. I don't know what to do.
Well, the gamblers agreed to lend us one of his fighters, so Pakaz is getting the ship back to base. He should be done within 4 or 5 hours. And then we can come back and pick people up, and then we can go to Ventuine so we can start, using John's mysterious contacts to fight against the Sith to try and find this heart of whatever, to actually defeat this shadow before the Sith find out that we're looking for this thing and find it before us. I think if you can just convince people to stay on Dantooine for like 7 hours, we'll be there. And I don't know how to convince Lexa that her family isn't here, but they're not. And if she's insistent on coming here and wasting over a week, then we still have to proceed to Ventuine because we can't afford this only chance we have to destroy the shadow slip through our fingers. It's a Sith-occupied planet. If we wait too long, they might find it before we can. Anyway, we're going to be coming back to Dantooine, and we'll pick up whoever's back. I need to go coordinate with the gambler. But if you have anything else, we'll still be reachable for at least the next couple of hours. So if anything else comes up, let us know. We won't destroy the data just yet, but we might before we leave.
This is a mess.
And I know Lexus thinks that it's somehow our fault that her family was captured, but it's not. And if we hadn't come here when we did, then the ship would have fallen into Sith hands, and that probably would have been worse than anything. And it's not a good situation, but it could have been a lot worse. I'm just not good at, and the rest of and nobody trusts me, so.
So, well, if I can't convince her, what should I do?
If you can't convince her, try to convince everybody else to stay.
And leave her to go on her own?
Maybe one person should stay just to make sure she doesn't actually try to land on the planet. But for sure try and get John to stay because he's been the one that shadow group's been communicating with directly, and we might need their help.
Okay, I come back to the bridge.
John?
Alon says destroy the chip, and Lexa doesn't care what you do with it. So
All right,
I guess that decides that.
Okay. I was just talking to Kalani. We'll be back on Dantooine within probably 7 hours. If you want to wait for us to get back, then we can get to Ventuine, start trying to figure out who was contacting you, and kind of get a resistance kind of thing going so we can look for this crystal, this lightsaber crystal. And if you can convince Lexa to stay, that's great. If she has to go do whatever she's trying to do, I don't think there's any real way you can stop her, but I don't think we can afford waiting over a week to get to Ventuine either.
Hey, I'm sorry, Kyrath, are we already in the air on the ship?
No, not yet.
Not yet, we're still on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait for you here.
Alright. If there's anything else, we'll still be in communications contact. If you need to contact us through the Jedi Temple for at least the next probably 4 or 5 hours. Good luck. We'll be there soon.
Yeah.
They'll hang up. Was the gambler in the room for that, or was he not in the room for that?
Yeah, he was in the room for that.
Alright, gambler. I guess that's a consensus for wiping the data. It was never my intention to put you in direct harm. And unfortunately, it looks like we did exactly that.
Well, I wasn't talking about just the data. If we wipe it now, the Sith won't know that we don't still have it.
Well, but they didn't know
So
you
if
had a
they're
hard
gonna
copy
send
either.
cruisers after us on this planet,
Once we get to Dantooine, we might be able to convince the Jedi to let the Republic know that there should probably be a security detail fleet, like if they can spare any resources to defending, at least for the time being. But other than that, we don't have any resources or any ships or anything that we could help other than fleeing to the Republic to help us out. And they're spread pretty thin as it is.
okay. Well, I guess I'm going to delete this then, if you're sure.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, he walks over to his data pad and deletes it.
Okay. I'll come back to Picaz. Hey, Picaz, how's it going?
So, GM, how is it going?
It's been probably like an hour, so you're 25% of the way done repairing the, whatchamacallit, repulsor lifts.
I can get one corner off the ground.
That doesn't sound safe.
It's not.
Well, I spoke to the others. John, at least, is going to stay and wait for us so that we can pick him up and go to Ventuine. The gamblers agreed to lend us one of his non-hyperspace capable fighters, but that shouldn't be a problem for you, right?
How many trips are we going to be making?
We should just be going to Dantooine and then to Ventuine.
In a fighter.
So is that going to be a problem?
I mean, can it only fit 2 people?
I think it can fit more. How many people can the ship fit?
2.
See?
Alright, I'll keep working on the ship situation. You just get the ship back here. Oh, and they also decided that we should erase the data because it's more dangerous if it falls into the Sith hands, and it hasn't really been that helpful to us. So,
Well, it would have been nice to have read it first, but okay.
yeah. Alright, yeah, you keep working on that, and I'll work on the ship.
Okay, back on Dantooine. Over the intercoms, you hear the captain say, "Well, looks like I finished making all the calculations, so it's gonna take us about 10 days to make the jump. We'll be departing shortly if everyone wants to head to the quarters that my droid showed you. We're about to take off."
I look at Ayland to see if he's like his reaction to what John says.
Lass, I'm with you. Wherever you end up going, I'll try to stay there.
Is there no way I can convince you not to follow this dead end?
If I go with you, where will we go? What will we do?
Ventuine?
And then? Will this course of action bring me closer to my family or further away?
We don't know where they are.
No, we don't. And you all made it very clear that these spirits are the most powerful thing that you know, and the only thing with power we have any communication with. I don't have a lot of faith in your force, not right now. Not like I used to.
They see the shadow as a threat. And since we're carrying it...
If they're so powerful, and this thing is a threat, then how come they can't just defeat it? What can be so threatening that they can't cleanse it from us as soon as we land?
Karath?
I don't know. What does Kalani think?
I don't know what Kalani thinks. This is... This is getting into how all this first stuff works. And Kalani might know something about that, but I don't.
Well, you know from what the archives in the other temple was that it took like the combined might of the Jedi to take out it last time, so maybe the Force spirits are less powerful than that.
We don't know what the Force spirits can do, except that they destroyed that Sith cruiser. They're powerful enough to defend themselves from threats, for sure. I don't know. This shadow is stuck to us. I don't know how.
I guess we'll put their power to the test. In order to kill me, it sounds like they'll have to kill or harm the shadow. So we'll see. I wouldn't ask you to risk your life, though, for me. You do what you think is best. If you believe what the others say, that you need to go to Ventuine, then do so. This is what I have to do.
I want to help you, but...
I know, but you have to understand that I can't go forward until I know my family is safe, and I don't see any other way to find out.
I don't see how this is going to... Well, what are you expecting to find there? I don't understand.
I want to know why they fear their shadow. And I want to know why, if they fear it so much, they're so powerful they can vaporize an entire ship, but they couldn't prevent my family, who were likely kidnapped close to that planet. Maybe they don't care. I don't know.
We don't know where your family was kidnapped.
No,
It was a remote signal.
That's all I'm saying. There's so much we don't know. And these people who are so afraid of this shadow, who don't want us to land, refuse to give us any clues.
You're assuming that they know that information either.
I'm not assuming it. I'm planning on asking them.
Can someone please give me some out-of-character advice? Because I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say.
Fighting the Sith is probably the only way anyone's gonna find any information about anything.
Kalani. Social feelings.
And that.
Search my feelings for what, though?
I don't know. It was a cop-out answer. It's completely unhelpful. I'm sorry. I'll suggest that neither Lexa and Alon know anything about Force stuff, and they might require your expertise in that area. I'm just putting that out there.
You're not making this any easier.
Well, then I'll just stop talking.
So I guess I'll just put my sword away, and then she sent a droid to go fetch us.
Yeah, her droid is showing you where the accommodations are for you. Basically, just one of the cargo bays, though.
Okay. Then I will look at Kalani and I'll say, goodbye, Jedi Knight. It's been a pleasure to get to know you. I hope you find what you're looking for on Tatooine. And then I follow the droid.
Goodbye. I hope your mission goes well. May the Force be with you. And I'll say goodbye to Aelin as well. And leave, apparently.
He gives a small salute to you. See you later, Loss. May your force guide you well.
And you. Do try to be cautious.
He gives you his tradition, or a very, very playful smirk and says, aren't I always?